Welcome to the School of Self-Alchemy. Today I want to talk about an issue that you might be seeing arising more, and that is a lot more of the celebrities, Hollywood celebrities specifically, jumping on the spirituality bandwagon and releasing meditations and speaking on issues of spirituality. And some of them, of course, the law of attraction has always been a big energy that they have tried to overtake. But I want you to be aware of this energy. Why do you need to be aware? Not because necessarily all of them have malevolent reasons or that it hasn't worked for them, but you have to recognize who and what we're dealing with in this time. So we are going through what we are calling the Great Awakening. Many people are awakening to the truth, awakening to the fact of the matter that this whole world is a huge simulation. It's, what we call the Matrix, right? And as such, a lot of veils are being removed from our spiritual eyes, and we are gaining spiritual understanding, deeper understanding of who we actually are in this earth, and the designs of a certain population, a certain small percentage of those in power that we sometimes like to call the elite. Their whole plan, their whole master plan to keep the majority out of their power. Why is this important when it comes to speaking about celebrities and jumping on this new spirituality bandwagon? You have to understand that we have always been connected to the esoteric. We have always been connected to the truth of the cosmos and the reality of who we are, but not to this extent. Because the entire bandwidth of the universe has been changing, because the frequencies have been changing, because the energies that have enabled us as a people to begin to align and ascend and awaken have intensified dramatically. There is more of a need to try to control how we experience that. What do I mean? Well, if you look at any organized religion that dabbles in the supernatural, anyone who follows that religion will tell you of the supernatural experiences that they have been through, and they are very real, and they are supernatural experiences, because the reality is that these people in power, the masterminds who have tried to lock us out of the truth of our power, they can control many things, but they can't control the fact that the supernatural, regardless of what they try to do, is still existing. In fact, they need it in order to work the magic and the witchcraft and the spell work they do to keep us under lock and key, to keep our minds under enslavement and control. Now, religion, organized religion, was created as a means to be able for people to experience the supernatural within the context of a controlled environment. Meaning, in almost every organized religion, there are limitations as to what you are able to do when it comes to delving into spirituality. Christianity is the perfect example. In Christianity, if you read the Bible, you hear about these amazing miracles that occur in the Old Testament, first and foremost, with Moses parting the Red Sea, turning water into blood, all of these miracles that occurred in the Old Testament, right? And then we see Jesus, the first miracle is the wedding at Cana, where he turns the water into wine, and we see him multiply the fishes and the loaves. We see him even raising the dead, and he says specifically to his disciples that they would do greater works even than the supernatural works that he did while he was walking on this earth. Now, if you go to any Christian church in the charismatic tradition, you will feel the presence, you will feel a presence, you will feel the supernatural, you will indeed experience the supernatural, but there are limitations as to what you are able to experience because of the rules that have been set in place, the doctrines that have been set in place in order to keep people out of the full extent of their power, in order to keep all of us to a certain extent confused. So we can dabble a little bit here and there, but we always have to look outside of ourselves. We always have to look to a God. an entity in order to empower or give us this power. Now, if you are rising and you're awakening, you're recognizing that everything is one energy. All of these deities that we've put in our trust into, we are them and they are we. So at the end of the day, every miracle that we have learned or we've seen, or all the powers that we understand these deities have, we have them too, but we have to awaken them. They are all in our DNA. Everything in this world is designed in order to silence your power, including your genetic capabilities. A lot of our DNA is purposely and purposefully silenced from the time that we enter out of the portal of our mother's wombs into this planet and into this material experience, from the things that they give babies when they're born in hospitals. I won't say it because I don't want YouTube to ban my video for saying exactly what I'm talking about, but you should know what I mean. To our foods. Our foods have been genetically modified for a reason. We are not created to eat the way we eat. We are created to thrive on a vegan diet, but we have become domesticated, almost like what they've done from to modern day dogs who once were wild wolves. We have been domesticated. We have been genetically modified to be weak and dependent. And so now we have the opportunity to arise and awaken, and for our DNA to be activated, or not even activated, but to be released. That silent DNA, through meditation, through self-actualization, we have the ability to rise into our power. And so now that we live in a time where information is rampant, there has to be another method of control. And you have to understand that the whole celebrity culture has been put in place in order to keep these structures alive and to keep us dependent and weak and always looking to them and aspiring to have lives that they have, and therefore following them and believing them. And this is why we have celebrities doing endorsements. Celebrities can tell us to do something, can tell the world to buy this product and boost the market share of that particular product. That is the power of celebrity. So what is better than in this time of awakening to have celebrities begin jumping on the bandwagon about their own spiritual experiences, awakenings, and their releasing of truth to the world? Beware of the celebrities jumping on the spirituality bandwagon. And this is not me trying to tell you that they should be silenced. Nobody should be silenced. Everyone deserves a voice. But beware of the agendas that are behind, and the fact that a lot of these people are still trying to control your own spiritual experience, because they can't stop it, but they will do everything that they can at this point to distort the information you're receiving, distort your experience, and therefore slow it down or get you off track. Everything that you need in order to thrive and become the most powerful version of yourself, everything you need to self-alchemize into the person you always have been that they have silenced, is within you. It's not to be found in a guru. It's not to be found in a speech. It's not to be found in a book. It is within you. It is within you. Seek the time out to meditate and connect with yourself. Learn to trust your intuition. Learn when you listen to certain people talking about things, no matter who they are, what their credentials or experiences are. Learn to tune into that part of your own soul and find out if what they are saying is resonating with your truth. And do not settle for anything less than that. Beware of the celebrities jumping on the spirituality bandwagon and using their platform now to steer you away from absolute truth into a form that is counterfeit. And that is the message I have for you today from the School of Self-Alchemy. Be well.